Costa Rica is a Central American country known for its neutrality and also having no standing army. I sat down here at the Antalya Diplomacy Forum with the Foreign Minister of Costa Rica, Arnoldo, to discuss regional developments and also how a war far away in Iran is affecting this small Central American country. I'm Maria Ramos, and this is One on One. Mr. Andre, welcome to TRT World, welcome to One on One. So Venezuela has been making a lot of international headlines. How have developments in Venezuela, which of course is South America, impacted Costa Rica, which is in the region?
Thank you so much for having us here. Costa Rica is a small country in the middle of Central America, in the Americas continent. Venezuela is, from us, divided by Panama and Colombia. We have had a direct impact mainly regarding migration flows. Back in 2024, we had over 520,000 migrants walking through the country to the north. Back in 24, it was reduced to 340,000, and nowadays it's about zero since the border between Mexico and the US has been shut down.
How would you describe your relationship with the current US administration?
With the current US administration, we have a good relationship. We are 2.5 hours away from Miami, 3 hours and a half from Houston and Dallas. And we are coincident in three main concerns that both countries have: organized transnational crime, fight and narco trafficking, the matter of migration, and regarding investments of China in strategic areas.
And regionally, Minister, what are the issues that concern Costa Rica? Because you border many countries that have, let's say, lots of internal problems.
Yes, Costa Rica strives for human dignity and respect of human rights, and therefore we raise our voice against authoritarian regimes. Mainly, we have had problems with Nicaragua, with Cuba, with Venezuela, and because of other reasons, with Haiti.
And just more broadly, you're far away from the current conflict with Iran right now, but how does the US-Iran war impact Costa Rica?
Although we are 15 hours away flying time, the impact is direct, mainly because of the prices of oil and gas, which affect the entire energy sector, and therefore the chain of the cost of any good and service is affected. We're experiencing already now an increase in the prices, and therefore the country has to look for new resources on how to pay for the import of mainly oil into the country for energy purposes.
And you're a small country. How is your voice heard on platforms such as the UN?
Well, Costa Rica has been traditionally been known for a country believing in a rules-based order, believing in, as I said, in human rights, human dignity, believing in development, and mainly peace and security around the world. We abolished our armed forces.
That's an incredible point. You have no army at all.
Since 1949, by our constitution, we do not have armed forces. Our external security is based in the regional and collective security systems. On regional level, it would be the OAS, Organization of American States, and on universal level, the UN Security Council. No, we feel we do not have an external threat.
One thing that Costa Rica is internationally very famous for, of course, is its biodiversity. We're in Türkiye right now. This year, Turkey has the presidency. It will host COP31. How important will that be for Costa Rica? What's your message and what role will you have here?
Climate change is one of the three planetary risks of humanity nowadays. I would summarize those risks in climate change, governance of AI, and the nuclear war. That's the importance climate change has. I believe that we can contribute very much in the conference by sharing good practices. For instance, we were the first tropical country to revert the deforestation rate, and from a coverage of 30% of our area, we are now back to 60% of the area covered by forests. How? Paying for environmental services. We introduced a new tax to the consumption of gasoline, and with that tax, we are subsidizing farmers to plant trees.
Amazing. I want to just pick up on the fact that you're here in Turkey. This is your first time at the Antalya Diplomacy Forum. What brings you all the way from Costa Rica here, and what have you benefited from by being here? How have you benefited by being here?
The global village is one. We are in the Western Hemisphere and very much influenced by the Western civilization. And for a country like ours, it's important to hear the other side of the story.
What's the other side of the story, would you say?
And here in Antalya, I can meet colleagues from Africa, from Asia, from the Far East, and have a direct, frank dialogue, face-to-face, and listen and learn how these other colleagues see the world and see the solutions to the problems we have.
And just very briefly, your bilateral relations, Costa Rica, Türkiye, how do you see those right now and their development?
We are very interested in enhancing the relationship. Both countries have embassies, ourselves in Ankara and Türkiye in San Jose. We have trade relationships, and we have exchange in cultural and educational sectors, but we need to improve this. Therefore, we are very, very much interested in promoting Costa Rican interests in Türkiye and Türkiye's interests into our region, Central America.
Foreign Minister Andre, thank you very much indeed for speaking to us today here on 101 Express, and I hope you enjoy Antalya.
You are very welcome and always welcome to visit Costa Rica.